We've got a situation here where KRU dominate on their map pick, right? And then NRG dominate on their map pick. We're all tied up, and now we get to play an honest map where both these teams to me should be evenly matched.
Yeah, they both just lost to Leviathan. Both of those losses were very close, but they played very different comps. KRU was rocking the Fnatic comp with the ISO Yoru. Looking at the agents like here, you have Dante hovering the Neon instead.
Does he dare? Does he dare give us the Neon that was so good back on Sunset? You know, Golden Boy would be thrilled by that. He's also fully in charge of the foldy sheet situation. Folding sheets, both too complicated for me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna let him take care of all that.
Can't, you know, I don't know how to fold a fit sheet.
As
Doesn't
we
make
wait, and
sense.
it will be the Dante Neon here.
Okay, so this actually makes it play quite a bit differently when you're playing the ISO. A lot of it is more about the ISO kind of providing like longer range support. You can throw an undercut to help in a main fight. You can use the ultimate to pick people off. The Neon is a lot more active. You are basically having to run in, push with Kesnet, or kind of play Kesnet like a chamber and have him solo anchor on defense one side of the map or walk up in mid on the attack side and then kind of pivot into something late together. And I think how they end up choosing to play this is going to be really interesting because it's another map where they're having to play into a double smokes Viper comp, which makes, even with double duelists, the thought of just hard hitting a site like A really difficult.
Yeah, remember that KRU, back on Lotus at least, really got bogged down in these mid-rounds, slowed down a lot. NRG were then stacking the sites they eventually tried to hit. Back on Sunset, a lot of their success actually came through those slow rounds, except it was through finding lurks on Shy.
Exactly, and that's what they failed to do last map, and Shy needs to step it up here, get himself embedded into mid, embedded on these extremities in the mid rounds, and you know, give his team options to pivot back. Too many rounds where they were hitting with 10 or 20 seconds left on the clock into an already stacked site.
But here we go. It is time for map number 3. We have seeding on the line here between these two teams. Remember, you want to avoid 4th seed at all costs. Winning here would keep KRU away from that.
Viper leans over towards B and C to start as KRU on their pistol. Looks like it might be a classic pop B, get the spike down and forward fight into a link.
Cover going out.
Early util into the site here, Som to hold it down, but a quick trade. Follow-up from Kesnet. More challengers enter into the site. Ethan on the frenzy, causing so much havoc. I mean, dipping through these smokes. NRG just mowed down KRU. And Shy is too late on the lurk.
He's just going for a walk.
Hey, crew, let's roll it. You can't seem to win without it.
NRG's #1 fan, again, carrying the weight of everyone in the arena today.
Really nice flood in there for NRG. Don't really wait any time. The players from Link, I think just off that paranoia for Ethan, are so fast to fight in, and that is kind of the trouble with these double duelist comps. Once you're deep into sight, once you're that far ahead of the rest of your team, it can be hard to find the timing of when to speed up and go for that next pick and
30 seconds left.
when to slow down and not take that risk to jeopardize your man advantage.
Yeah,
It was a bit more coordinated in them all trying to fight back sight, but just dealing with 2 angles there on B is so brutal.
They're not ready for all those players coming in from C-Link. Usually you're playing against, you know, defense teams that play so much for A main control.
Yeah.
The rotates are going to be on your flank, and maybe you have one guy coming in from C.
Yeah, you'd expect the pistol to be like an Omen, Mata, and maybe the Viper as well, leaning over towards that A side, and then having 3 coming from there.
That was just not the case here. Again, Ethan snuck into backside. Him getting the first kill also pulls everyone's eyes away from Brock.
That smoke you see is really interesting too. That's that attacker smoke going a lot closer in, not actually blocking off C-Link. So that C-Link was open for just a perfect crossfire from NRG.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to quickly slide into A-Link, but again, the backside player slows them down, messes it all up. Some work to be done down C along with that high turret.
Some just lurking with the judge in the smoke. Thankfully for KRU, all they wanted was the alt orb.
But here's KRU actually leaving an insert outside of C. Maybe pinch back into it after the bulk of the team runs into Scuba, garage side.
Well, yet again, the judge is in position to cook.
NRG of 3 players just waiting here. Rest of the map perfectly locked down, and here they go, straight into some. Yeah, that's about how we expected that to turn out.
Very easy anti-eco for NRG.
NRG in the right place at the right time, seemingly always.
That they are. It's very much the theme of map number 2. So now we get a look with the guns up. Oh, NRG. We're actually going to figure out KRU's attack side. KRU with this double duelist. They're going to be really strong at showing early gambits like a fast fight into A or threatening that fast C hit. You saw them kind of conditioning that Yuto pattern. They'll go back into that later with an actual hit, and looks like they might already be threatening that here. Yeah. Same dart.
Very interesting that Ethan's playing solo C here on the forward line with the Guardian. Having Mata on B side as well means that it's very easy for these two B players to quickly react and flood in to support NRG's anchors.
Dart just went up here on A. No one broke that, so they'll leave a solo embed there and lean a bit heavier towards the BC side of the map.
This is 3 rounds in a row now for NRG where they have forward lines of information on C and A and then are stacked much more around mid. Again, KRU have lost these other maps or these other rounds on their attacking side due to the quick flooding, the quick movement of NRG on the map, and the setup allows them to do just that.
Great supportive positions here. A Molly to stall as well, a judge in their face. This feels like a disaster waiting to happen.
Not like this. Just doubled up here. First wave of information doesn't do anything for KRU. They're holding their ground and actually just full zoom away from that. They see the judge, don't want any part of it.
But where are they going? Their lurk that was down C has already left. They have no info on A, and there's very forward angle here for Sam.
Marshall in hand, aiming at the body just for some damage. That'll take Mazzino down low, and it's to set him up with a Sheriff in his back pocket.
2 players in this orb.
How did they get 2 players down in short already? NRG are so quick to move around the map. Now Melzer has to clear them away, can only get the one. Mod is already sliding into their face. NRG are here to play, and the spike has not been planted. Down to 10 seconds on the clock. Kezid is fighting his way through backside, but NRG are still holding their ground. And Mata runs away like a criminal in the night. They had no time to plant the spike.
The flood retake there was so great from NRG. And look at your map here. It's all about that orb. 2 players sneak into it, tuck into short. Then when the orb is up, the neon wall goes down. And the second that drops, 3 players all swinging at you from short. And that's just the dream scenario for Stingers in a round like that. I mean, downright giddy from the coach there.
And why wouldn't you be? 3 rounds in a row. To start the map off, Mata's movement there impeccable. And so into a 5 Sheriff round we go. Make that 4 Sheriffs.
I think this is the 3rd bonus round that KRU have lost this game. The pistol on map 1, the second on map 2, and now the first one here as well. They've really struggled into these late buys from NRG.
Shy's lurk already spotted out by the alarm bot. And again, NRG move in to this 1-3-1 setup. These 3 players in mid, super quick to react to either side. And that, of course, would require Ethan to fall, which he eventually does, but not before taking Melzer down to just about nothing.
Scuba repositions into sight, holds the line against 2.
Down, C.
Every off angle held.
4-0 for NRG.
And yet, Mimi, Sunset started off in an eerily similar way.
It was this round 5 that brought them back in. KRU will again get Adam in the conversation and try and figure something out. I'd like to see them start a little bit faster, maybe show us like a default, take that space, actually leave Shy on an embed there before they're resetting back, because I don't think we've actually seen them fight A once, and consistently NRG has someone on a forward line there, which is helping so much with these fast rotates.
The problem is I'm not even sure if KRU know about that forward line. You can expect it. It's not an uncommon play, especially with how quickly NRG are reacting when KRU are hitting into C or B in the mid rounds. But you have to deal with that guy early to pull players into A if you want to go somewhere else, you know?
It actually feels like both these teams in this series have struggled with shutting down those kind of mid-round posts from the defense when they're playing on their attack side. I think you have to put a premium on getting those embeds of playing a little bit more forward so you actually have options when you're pivoting late.
And it's always this push and pull, right? Because you have different objectives at the start of round, whether it is clearing away that forward line or, oh, do we try and hunt out and figure out where the Sentinel utility is going to be? You can usually play for one of those and not the other so easily. But it does seem like the issue has been the forward lines.
What makes it even more difficult is with a Viper wall like this that NRG's playing, it obfuscates those rotates even more than they would normally be. And NRG are kind of playing from an info advantage in most of these rounds.
Yeah, you hate to be obfuscated. One of the worst
when
things that can befall a person. Forward line from Brock. This time the utility, the smoke to push him away. Melzer is on 10 HP from Mata's Outlaw.
So crew are full grouped.
But look at NRG, like Mata's already over here.
Yeah.
He's already ready. Brock doesn't have a drone, so it's hard for Mata to get on that forward line, although he might just face it himself.
They still have an alarm bot and a molly to play behind here as well, so they don't even necessarily feel like they have to push up.
But pretty soon, I'm expecting Kesnet to go into the dimensional drift, clear away this A site.
Here's what I'm talking about. Shy's embedded front B. That'll be an option later.
But here comes the info from Kesnet. I don't know if Mata was seen. I don't think
We did
Brock
not
was
see
seen.
him.
This guy found nothing! That was the most useless ult I've ever seen! NRG dancing around the side of the smoke.
And it's insult to injury there. Kesnet spams onto Scuba.
That might have just kept crew in the round. 2 on 3 now. Mazzino's got the Hunter's Fury in the post plant, and all these players coming in. Kesnet on the line, but he looks away just the wrong time. Mazzino!
Where did that come from? The 3K out of nowhere, crew. Honestly, they bumbled that round. Got crossed up inside of the Viper's orb.
That's just NRG playing right on the corner of Kesnet's vision.
What a recovery.
But now the tide shift. Crew on the board. Have some ultimates to play with. Have the startings of something here. This time electing to avoid A main early on, just allowing Shy to test the space with the forward cam on short. The rest of the team dealing with the Sentinel utility in the turret.
Both teams playing no breach means you're a lot less afraid as a Cypher to just assert yourself into A. Shy has taken A main completely alone.
And importantly, NRG do not have that player down A long. Brock much more reserved this time around.
What is NRG cooking here? 3 players set up in garage, just holding for aggression there. They don't see it and will spread back out.
It was that same timer they were stacking on round 2, remember? When crew went in late into garage. This time crew have repositioned A, but so are NRG.
Rotates are quick. There's going to be 3 players here for NRG.
Smokes to start it. Hunter's Fury to follow. Brock blinded up in the corner. He was pushed into the paranoia. Now Mata enters into the fight with Scuba. These 2 players completely shut out the first wave of the assault.
30 seconds left.
And now Shy, without any time left on the clock.
4 players ready to swing. There it is. Ethan looking at the ground. Not enough damage done.
10 seconds left.
Just raining utility down on him as well. He'll get out of there with just the Guardian.
This game is just a testament of why you throw that orb when you are playing Viper on this map and why so many teams are returning to this Viper comp. That one orb does so much, because when you're
See the
playing Omen,
protection.
you can almost always have that same lurk smoke there, but when it's Viper, it's so much harder to face into because you're taking that damage. The player who is in short or in the orb is almost always at advantage, even more so than just with an Omen smoke. And Crew, despite seeing that orb every round, despite clearly being aware of it, using Yoru ults, things like that to clear out, consistently, NRG players have managed to slip the net, post in short, and get 2 or 3 Ks on every round that ends towards A.
I mean, it was this Viper pick that was dominating in so many Americas comps back in, what, 2023?
Yeah.
I think it was, and now Doing a good job of shutting down KRU on the approach. Already a kill for Som, now the Hunter's Fury, and it is lights out.
Oh, more Viper value for you. The decay coming through there means a one-shot kill with the Hunter's Fury.
I have this last player standing.
You're selling me on this. I'm buying.
That's a pretty good comp. Flawless round. 3K for Scuba.
Back to back for him on the 3-piece. Gotta be a lockdown for him. NRG spend a Hunter's Fury, sure. Just shut down the eco completely.
And the rich get richer. NRG are gonna have 4 ultimates this round. Everything but that Hunter's Fury.
The amount of kills these guys are getting through walls and smokes is just ridiculous.
Like, come on, bruh. Hey, who needed 14? Who needed 14 for that parlay?
KRU quickly being silenced. But an alarm bot, forwardly placed, has been broken away, and now KRU with a little bit of oomph behind them. Clear into garage. I say that, but all it takes is a little bit of green goo on the ground to push them away. And now Som
is walking up.
How confident is he feeling? Not so much. That Chuckter didn't break the Nano Swarm on the ground. A little bit of a letdown for KRU.
They'll group back towards A. This round, that pesky orb is instead over towards C.
That's good news. But, I mean, Scuba's just playing for a lockdown retake. The turret is on a very passive line. I believe that Shy on his lurk up short heard the turret. That's why he's calling the rest of his team into A. They should know it's relatively light here. But how do they deal with the lockdown?
I don't think they can. Mazzino's already used his shocks. They wouldn't even have anything to combo it with.
They don't have a late lurk coming in. It's just Kesnet playing up inside the smoke, and
They're
he
leaving.
decides, no, we're not going to do that at all. So Melzer has a chance to reposition with an ultimate in a late round, if he so pleases. But apart from that, NRG are just going to be out on the site, out on the spike immediately. One player detained, and NRG are fighting forward. They're just mowing him down 1 for 1 to start it out. Now a pin onto the ground, and some information passed along to KRU.
Revealing area.
Some moments taken here, another ping out onto the spike. KRU are playing this nicely, but we're back on. Som is sticking it to half, and NRG are fighting through. Crushed into nothing. NRG leads 7-1.
Round went exactly how NRG drew it up to. 4 lean on the other sites. You're ready to hard hold on to that one. Oh, they have nothing to break lockdown unless they fight forward. You have players to hold that, and it's just so impossible to win a retake when you're getting cycled Viper Wall, Omen Smoke, Viper's Pit.
Oh yeah, you sound thrilled by the concept.
I mean, it's not thrilling to play against because you just.
Oh, wait, we're sticking.
Okay, that's a good step that they completed.
Remember, defuse the spike, always important.
Yeah, don't pull a moose.
I think KRU are gonna have to talk about some things more complicated than that. Poor Moose catching strays.
I think that'll live with them for a bit. 7-1 now. I mentioned this is already the second timeout of this game for KRU getting called. And it just feels like they are losing on every one of these site hits to 1 or 2 players from NRG sneaking in and getting a pick there. And when you talk about map 1 of this series, it was all about KRU being so on point with how they were playing their team fights, how they were considering every angle, but thus far it has been 1 or 2 players getting in a weird position, KRU not being able to trade it out, and NRG just showing great util patterns on their retakes combined with the impact of the Viper utility.
Their attack side has been very lackluster, both on Lotus and now on Haven. Struggling so much to stop NRG from quickly moving into the site. Now they will be down onto half buy.
And you think the weight that's weighing on them now is you lose this game, you're at risk of being 4th seed, and also with how it's going, the round differential they're going to get out of this is if it does come down to tiebreakers, not going to be great either if we get to that point.
Even if you ignore it all and just think about chances in playoffs, or a team that
they've always made champions.
they've always made champions.
And with 2 teams locked off points, you have to make the finals to make champions.
Stage 2 has always kind of been KRU. When they get going, they heat up as the year goes on. It shouldn't be backwards for them.
It felt like maybe it could have been that way after You know, you look last week, you started to see them picking it up. They're 2-2. But they lose this game, and it colors a bit of a different picture.
All right, so KRU send a drone into garage. Shy breaks away the Killjoy turret, puts some pressure on to see, but NRG aren't fooled.
Yeah, they don't care. Don't even have anyone to hold in garage. Instead, they 3-stack. Hey, are they fighting back into long? Yes, they are.
Here it comes. 2 players waiting for them. Melzer on the side, trying to do some baiting, but it doesn't accomplish anything. Ethan gets 2 kills. They're just running into their death.
Kesnet just TPs out, leaves his teammate to die.
One enemy remaining.
No one's really trading out for KRU. It looks disconnected, honestly.
And honestly, caught in rotation. In 15 seconds, it's KRU that are ready to exec into A, but NRG find a great timing to re-aggro down towards long.
You've been talking about this all game too, but they're picking these timings off of knowing when the refreshable util is going to be coming. We're a couple seconds away from Sovidart. They're probably about to exec if they're here. That's when we go for our re-clear play.
And I don't even think KRU saw that Mata had an op in the last round. He was playing deep on C this time, getting ready to walk down it.
Time to jump.
And get on another forward line that would allow NRG to stack over into A beautifully. Which is exactly the idea. Look down C long right now. Mata creeping forward towards Melzer. Melzer waits for it. And now all of a sudden the whole landscape of the round changes. KRU starts speeding into garage. Kesnet just flying on by with the dimensional drift. He spots out this player backside. Getting ready to pounce. All of KRU come into the party, and it's looking nice for them. A late lurk into garage means Shy gets the kill. And NRG completely thwarted.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
There's not a single thing they can do.
Right here.
Round feels so different for KRU. And I think you have to call out the differences being Shy after getting shut down on so many lurks, not being able to find his impact there. Gets the kill garage. His team snaps the hit into sight. They punish the player who was walking
right
up
there.
here. And then it is a much different story than in these previous rounds.
Hey! Vamos, vamos, weón! Vamos, 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 vamos!
Yes.
And honestly, Melzer getting that kill, even not knowing there was an op on the other side. I'm pretty sure he didn't have info of that. Opens everything up.
Okay, let's look here for KRU.
Standing ahead.
You can still make this 8-4. You got a Soul Vault here. They fake an A presence, walk back towards garage.
Break down the door in case Killjoy's turret there isn't there. We can spam it away.
And now they spot the turret. Break that. We're making good steps already for KRU. The next one is to actually get someone embedded in garage.
That won't be so simple, especially with NRG ready to respond.
There. This op line is so difficult to deal with. Mata passive on B. You walk into this site, you're dead.
So we're now down to a minute on the clock.
Spike drop.
To exec into C, Melzer can ult backside. Mazzino's got a Hunter's Fury. That seems to be the idea. But it starts in garage.
Super deep alarm bot means you can only play from heaven here.
I mean, if Shy walks up and is breaking that alarm bot, players of NRG could be pulled back towards A. That could be the timing exactly for KRU to pounce. And yet NRG haven't moved a muscle. They're actually leaning more into C now, fully anticipating this call.
Look at
coming out of
Sam.
KRU. Ult into backside, cancel. The Hunter's Fury now paves a path into the site. KRU 2 to start it out. And now into backside goes Dante. That spike out in the open with 20 seconds left. Dante has to do something. The rest of his team is slow to follow him up. Where's the support? Where's the assistance? It's just not there. Ethan on for 3.
10 seconds left.
And with no time remaining, this one slips right away from KRU.
They complete so many more of the steps you're looking for in a mid-round. But despite all that, it is still NRG, just as you saw so many rounds with those A-holds, getting 1 player, 2 players out into backside behind the Viper or Omen utility and picking the perfect angles to fight. That's so well played from Ethan. Knows exactly what pixel he can peek around from top plat, then TPs to reposition.
I love when they come C. I love when they come C.
And for good reason. He's been locking that site down.
Farming. So KRU, they might have heard that across the stage. They're not going C, at least yet. Maybe avoid that site like the plague. But the alternative is go B, where Scuba currently lives. Double nanos behind this wall in case KRU were to overreach. Just with a few shots out there, Mata already moves in from A to assist.
But that's because they have a forward angle yet again, with Brock holding down the line on A.
NRG have the download on KRU entirely, ready for a garage fight, ready for B.
Yeah, just one player is full containing both A and C. Now they'll pressure Brock off the line, but the dart shows no one's actually walking up.
KRU want to pounce into B, but again, double nanos. Only the one pop, now the second. Just stalling things out. There's a scouting ultimate from Ethan as well, so now KRU sprint back towards A. There's already 2 players here, already 3 players here. KRU have to fight for their lives, and they're gonna do it with 30 seconds left on the clock. Down a man.
30 seconds
Brock
left.
stunned up, falls back, but Mata is there waiting.
Exactly where you are.
And Scuba, no one's ready for him.
Player standing.
20 seconds left, and they will be able to plant the spike.
Now Ethan in a 1v2.
Spike planted.
Paranoia in his hands, and a reposition towards Heaven.
He loves it when they come C. But this time he's got to come A. One for him.
He knows.
He knows. He blinded him out. Where's that teleport? Go! Ethan! It's indomitable!
What a clutch for Ethan. Locks this half up 10-2. And look back at it already. He plays this so well. Jumps, here's the bullet tag, catches on the second, and reposts off hearing the TP. Such little cues to play with in such a high-pressure situation. But the veteran reacts perfectly to everyone.
His movement there was incredible. And I just want to sit on that. We'll see in a few minutes. Well, NRG have not slowed down since the second half of Lotus, and they lead going into the end of Haven at 10-2. It is crushing from NRG. KRU gonna have to start things off here strong.
That they will. Trying to avoid 4th seed out of their group. As a reminder, that means going into playoffs, you do not get the advantage of double elimination. You're seeded straight into the lower bracket. You lose one game and you're out of contention for champions.
Yes, indeed. And you know, so much of this game has been defense sides reading where the attackers are going to be going. You can also get a little bit in on the IGL action here. Call your shot over on Twitch TV VCT Americas, which site we're going to be headed to. Because, well, KRU, if you think back to Sunset, they often were the team that was heavy stacking against what NRG were trying to do. Attack has been the tough side for our teams throughout today. But NRG only need to solve 3 rounds, Mimi.
They have a good read on this pistol. All 5 players ready to go towards C. Only the Omen here, but rotates will be relatively quick.
Here we go. Mata already backside blinded up. Doesn't really know what's going on, but Melzer's hiding inside the smoke somehow. Ethan was right behind him the whole time. Ethan's behind them all. It's just lights out. Crew are getting shot in the back of their heads.
Spike planted.
Everything there. It was just so perfect. The timing on the push through the smoke together from NRG, catching the anchor inside of the site smoke. When they choose to go for the lurk on B, just everything worked out.
Oh,
and now Shy, an impossible 1v4.
Now you're one Wade. There's a player in your spawn. There's a player in garage. That's the current problem. Shy couldn't clear it.
This feels like a crew that is at risk of again going out on a whimper. Just no choice here but to try and force up, try and desperately hold on to something in this second half.
You'll still be moving on into playoffs, but this isn't the tone you want to really set for yourselves heading into the postseason.
Yeah, I don't always buy super big on like needing to end super strong to perform in the playoffs, but still ending up as 4th seed out of this group, having no second chance, that's brutal.
Crew forcing up here. They know they have to, and they're punished for it. Some good damage on the other side. Mazzino spams a little bit, but NRG just keep pushing forward. NRG have been so confident in all of their fights, even when they're not supported by their teammates. And yet still, they're often winning them. So what do Crew have to do? They gotta go on a walk-up. Except there's a turret in their face. I thought I heard a turret.
It's recalled, but there's still an alarm bot to watch.
But it's not gonna be there in time. It just barely is. There's Dante. Narrowly misses the window, and of course, through walls, through smokes. It doesn't matter, Shy, 2 kills quickly. That spike out of the open. He might as well be on his own. Mazzino is so low HP, but Shy can get it all done on his own. He's back, and Crew stay alive.
I don't know how that happens. No one ready for Shy, expecting all of Crew to have walked through sewers on the flank and gets away with murder. Something to keep Crew in this game.
I mean, credit to Shy finding this timing. Everyone on NRG has turned around to deal with the multiple players coming in on the flank. So no one's actually guarding their spawn or their link.
NRG full save. They have a cushion to play with, don't have to take any risks.
Mata does have a stinger. So if there was a chance in the round, it would be off of him.
This wall suggests that they just want to pop B and get a plant down there, but it's not the direction they're going. Instead, 5 walk into garage.
Well, you could also pop up garage window and threaten wrapping around on the C anchor through link.
And I think that's the real idea here.
Absolutely. Now, unbeknownst to Mata, Kesnet is holding the line with an outlaw.
It's a TP to get out, though, once he's pressured.
And Dante's here on the close line, too. So even this smoke has a little bit more behind it.
And Dante can turn this way because the trip front B never got broken.
And also because Shy has that camera all the way down C long. Crew playing a very mobile setup around C, reacting to the info NRG have given them.
NRG feel like they have a good position here, but they're well known.
Here's the
Kesnet,
bomb.
though.
He's blinded up. Good entry from Som, but Shy still a problem. Launched into the corner of sight. Won't be enough on his own, but with the assist out of Dante. That'll leave Ethan here. The Phantom in
30
hand.
seconds left.
No armor to back it up. Very little time.
First half ended in an Ethan clutch.
Well, Paranoia pushed him away from the side. Is he just gonna go B here?
Yeah, looks like it. Or is he going for the backstab? No time to do
Does he
that.
dare? Does he dare? This first kill is his, 77 HP. 6 seconds, has to plant on the B site. Plants a little for main, a little for Link. And you can hear these feet sprinting forward. Ethan waiting around the corner, clears the first. Holding down. Ethan takes NRG to map and series point.
Not again! The IGL for NRG steps up. This is his map to control. It was perfect movement in the last clutch. In this one, it was perfect positioning. Isolates each of those kills so incredibly well. And with not a second to spare.
He comes out of this round not only on his feet, not only on series point, but at 19-9.
On Omen.
And it's Crew to bounce back. Credit where credit is due. This A fight has rinsed NRG.
So from the highest to highs, it's the lowest to lows. Scuba on 24 health, already in a 1-on-5. It's Crew's aggression to win it.
The rounds aren't really making sense, Mimi.
No,
We're inching forward closer to the end.
it's hard to feel though that it's much more than a consolation prize. Down 12-4.
Well, it's just the desperation the Crew are forced into.
One enemy remains.
Down this
All
far.
3 of those first few kills were Span, except for Meltzer's.
There's a good dart through that pinged out a few of those NRG players.
NRG's gonna rip C this round. Only 1 player there. There'll be a Yoru TP for quick support. Fake TP, that threatens Sid Omen's back in spawn.
But already the rotates came in. Both duelists snapped onto the site.
Snit?
Just rolling them.
Okay. We'll wrap that round up quickly.
Yeah, we're gonna call that one a throwaway for NRG. Nothing more to read into it than that.
Very nice shots from the star.
One enemy.
Swear, as a team, you get to show what grit you actually have. Backed against the wall. How far can Crew push?
The issue is when ults start to come up, that's going to be the really scary round. Could even be this one. Pressuring again towards C.
Well, the throwaway round is looking oddly similar to this round. This time, not that same reaction from Corrode, though now the duelists filter into the site. NRG call away.
So now they're going to take their time a little bit and work on pushing these players off of their forward lines towards A.
NRG have left Mata down on C. And we know Crew like to walk forward. Look at C long right now. Mata is waiting for all 3 of these players. The clear comes in and he is there. He knows there are more ready for him. Now the stun, now the push. He's just toying with Crew while the rest of his team now push back towards mid, cut into garage. Where Kesnet will find them all. Shy not far behind him. Shy needs to get something done here with the turret. Gives up his spot. It's falling apart from Crew. Now Mazzino, the next to approach, he's dealt with. Desperate. Found any advantage.
30 seconds left.
The last push towards A.
Kesnet's here already. He's waiting, but he can't do anything. NRG are gonna take this in flawless fashion. They dominate Crew here on Haven to take the series heading into playoffs.
And such a good way to end the regular season. This is a team that made big changes, picking up yet another rookie, sliding Ethan back in as the leader of this squad after a long time under Finesse's control.
What a game out of Ethan too.
Yeah, that was sick. What, 20 kills to end it on the Omen? 2 highly impactful clutches.
Insane work out of him. NRG will close the group here, only dropping the singular series back in week 1. Walk up the 2 spot. You gotta feel good with fashion like that too.
You have to.